My Victrola makes me feel like dancing, fall in love, romancing the melody. Criolla, Criola, Criola for me. I remember as a child all the happiness and smiles that flowed around my grandma's Sunday table. While Auntie May was saying grace, Papa T would sneak a taste, catch a funny look from my cousin Mabel. Then Daddy'd beat the drum, the old folks start to hum, sing the only song that we all knew. Ambiance so fine, dancing, drinking wine, sing about the lifestyle on the bayou. Criolla, Criolla, in my solar, love what they were saying, love what they were playing. Criolla, Criolla, Criola, on my Victrola, Victrola, makes me feel like dancing, fall in love, romancing the melody. Criola, Criola, Criola for me. It's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud, it's a spicy kind of life. Criola, it's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud. Criola, Criola, Criola for me. Years have come and gone, still the old song lingers on. I keep it in my heart with fond affection, like a family good luck charm that keeps away the harm. Criola's always there for my protection. Criola, Criola, good for your soul. Love what they're saying, love what they're playing. Criola, 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 on my Victrola, Victrola, makes me feel like dancing, fall in love, romancing the melody. love for me. It's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud. It's a spicy kind of life, Creola. Just repeat the words I say about 1,000 times a day. Creola, Creola. It's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud. It's a spicy kind of life, Creola. Just forget about the mumbo jumbo. Hello to the world of gumbo. Creola, Creola. It's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud. It's a spicy kind of life. Creola. It's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud. Creola.
Is no end to the toys, ladies and gentlemen. Aloha. Whoa. Is that on? Now we got that off. Big hands. Yes, I wish I had big hands. My whole life. Always wanted big hands. Aloha, everybody. Wow. We are here at the Shaka Shack. It feels like it's been a while since we've been here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. It's your old buddy Tiki Dave. Coming to you live from Las Vegas. North Las Vegas, to be exact. My Raiders are doing well right now. Not a great game, but we're winning. And a couple of things before we get into it. First of all, I want to thank everybody for their patience. We haven't done one of these for a long, long time. And I promised someone that I would do one before we left for the ships. Many of you know we are leaving for the ships in a few weeks. So decided I'd do one. We've done a couple of play-alongs. We've got one coming up this week. So some things happening before we get into it. Now, first thing, I just had a bagel. So I have to do something really like unprofessional. Hold on a second. There we go. I had something in my teeth. I'm nothing if not professional. Now, before we get into the music, a couple of quick things, everybody. We're going to do a little bit shorter Shaka Shack than normal. I've had 2 nights in a row of gigging, and I kind of blew my throat out last night. So I'm going to do about an hour or so today, usually about an hour and a half. But today a little shorter, but I will make up for it in quality, I assure you. The other thing is that you may have seen in the description today, I do not really want to accept any sort of tips or gratuities or virtual tip jar or anything like that. I know the stars are up. I couldn't figure out how to turn them off. But what I would like you to do instead of sending me money today, I would like you to consider making a donation to a charity of your choice to help out the victims of Hurricane Ian. Lots of destruction. I know I used to live down in South Florida. We used to have to deal with these things frequently. And it's just awful, the devastation and destruction. So instead of sending something to me, please, in your own name or what have you, please consider making a donation for the recovery for Hurricane Ian. For those of you parrot heads, you may know about the Lone Palm Foundation. The Lone Palm Foundation is a wonderful group that assists parrot heads and folks like that in time of need. So maybe you seek them out, or the Red Cross, or anybody like that. So I would appreciate that that you do that. Nothing from me today. Please send it to the folks who really need it to aid in the recovery. That being said, I just want to sit back, relax. It's been a while since I did one of these, so there might be a couple of technical glitches. I think everything looks okay. And I've got my little monitor here, and I also haven't figured out how to turn off the little scroll there. So, and I'm playing a new instrument today, so I'm kind of feeling that out as well. Let me get the chair up a little bit here. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is my new baritone, so we're going to see how it sounds. You let me know, everybody. All right, let's kick it off a little bit of... Hold on, we didn't stop it. I told you there'd be some technical glitches here. Haven't done this one in so long. This whole thing. So anyways, that being said, and I guess that's my phrase for the day. That being said, little John Cruz. On the island, do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. My mama's in the kitchen cooking dinner real nice. Beef stew on the stove, the loamy salmon with the ice. Eat and drink and we sing all day. The Nicapila in the old Hawaiian way on the island. Do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the island, do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Go grandma's house in the week and clean yard. Cause if we no go, grandma gotta work hard. You know my grandma, she like a porridge sound. I love my grandma every minute, every hour on the island. Do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Here on the island, do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Honey. on the stove below me, salmon with the eyes. Eat and drink and we sing all day. Kanikapila in the old wine way on the island. We do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Oh, on the big island, big up for the big island, do it island style, my whole hometown. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Oh, on the island, do it island style. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. From the mountains to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. Kick it off a little island style here on a Sunday, a good day for the Shaka Shack. It's Sunday. All right, let me check in over here and see how everybody's doing. Of course, you guys know if you've been doing this, been with me for a while, which most of you have, the comments, the comments section, that's where you do your socializing. So please feel free to say hi to each other. You haven't seen each other in a little while, I guess. And let me know how everything's sounding. I hope everything's sounding good. Tell me how the new baritone ukulele sounds. I love this thing. And the 8-string version is coming. Ooh. I talked to the folks at Pono, and I didn't mean to get this one. It was kind of like a happy accident. I wanted the 8-string, and the guys over there, they said, well, we'll do a special order. There's 4 coming in. You get one of them. And my guy Corey over there, he said, well, I've got a 4-string with a beautiful cedar top. I said, would you like that? And I said, sure. And so that's how we ended up with it. So how does it sound? Tell me how the sound on the baritone is, everybody. I think I like it. I think it's a keeper. Anyways, I saw my sister-in-law, Donna Mae. Donna Mae tuning in. Honey, Donna Mae's tuning in. I hope you guys are doing okay over there in the Orlando area. In keeping with that, I'm going to say it a few times today, just for those of you who's tuning in. I always get the most people at the start, and I want you to remember that today I don't want to accept donations or stars or anything like that. Whatever money you're going to be generous enough to give to me, I want you to find a charity that's helping out the folks down in Florida, okay? Whether that be Lone Palm Foundation, Red Cross, any of those wonderful groups, send them some money. You can do it in my name if you'd like. Your name doesn't matter to me as long as they get a little bit of money. Thanks, Richard. Richard, by the way, no, unfortunately, is that Shantae? Shantae, unfortunately, it's not a play-along today. Today is just, the Shaka Shacks are just for kind of listening and hanging out and hopefully having a couple of adult beverages of your choice and doing what you like. So this is just a little bit of performance. This Thursday, you got it. This Thursday is the play-along, and that's when we'll do that. So thanks for tuning in, though. I do appreciate it. Also, anybody who's going to be in Vegas. Oh, Richard, I was going to say, Richard is going to be the proud owner of one of my baritones. He put dibbies in on it. I'm getting rid of some of my ukuleles to make room for the new ones. So he's going to be on a cruise with me coming up. I'm going to bring it. It's going to be his. He's going to be playing that beautiful Oscar Schmidt. Oscar Schmidt. Anywho, so let's get to some music. I'm going to say anywho a lot. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm off my game a little bit. But the shirt looks good today. I wore my loud shirt today. Hope you like it. Yeah, you know this one. Drink 'em up. Living on Sponge Cake, watching the sun bake. All the tubes all covered in oil. I'm strumming my 4-string. See what I did there? All of my 4th swing. Spell those shrimp are beginning to boil. Bubble, bubble. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Hey, Pineapple in the house. Aloha, brother. Searching for my lost shaker song. Some people claim they're the woman, baby, to blame, but I know could be my fault. Don't know the reason. Stay all season. Nothing to show but a brand new tattoo. About time for another one. And it's a beauty, little Mexican cutie. How we got there, haven't a clue. I yes I do, yes I do. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker song. Some people claim there's a woman, baby, to blame, but I know could be my fault. Here we go. Blew up my flip-flop, stepped on a pop top, cut my heel, had to limp on back home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon it'll render that rolling concoction. It helps us hang on, cheeky heads. It's a Sunday now. Wasting away in Margaritaville. Oh yeah. Searching for my lost shaker song. Some people claim there's a woman, yeah, to blame, but I know could be my fault. Some people claim there's a woman, yeah, to blame. I know it's my own fault. It's my own fault. It's got big shoulders, like I always say. I can admit it. It is my fault. All my fault. But the blenders are whirring. I saw Terry there. I hope Matt is bringing you your beverage of the evening. He's the service should be there. Oh, what's up with that? Hold on. See if I can cut that off. No? I don't want it to sound like I'm in the cave there. Yeah, it'll stop eventually. Anyways. Well, thanks, man. Glad it sounds good for y'all. I know the video might be stuttering a little bit, but I apologize for that. But as long as the sound is good, you don't really need to see me. I'm just an ugly mug. But periodically I have to tune, so I have a new toy that I love here, and it's my automatic tuner. What? What is that, you say? Well, it's a little thing that you tell it what you want it to tune. You stick it on the string, and you just pluck your string there, and it will tune it for you. Sometimes a little quicker than other times. And the strings are still new here, so they're still breaking in. Anyway, so last night I was at, I want to thank some of you out there. I thought I saw the Soapers in the roll call, so to speak, and they were there at Tommy Rockers. For those of you who don't know, that's one of my regular places that I play now here in Las Vegas is Tommy Rockers. If you've never been to Tommy Rockers, great place to be. A lot of fun at all times. And I'm there a little bit every now and then. And I had a great night last night, and I'm going to be there this Friday. There was supposed to be a lot of activities in Las Vegas because Jimmy Buffett was supposed to be coming to town on the 8th and the 15th, and there were going to be some big parties. And I was going to do a couple of nights at Tommy's with one with the band, Tiki Dave and the Wave, and then doing some sit-ins and things. But unfortunately, Jimmy is not making tour this year. He had a little medical issue, so they kind of canceled everything. But we're still doing what we call super flocking. So if you happen to be in the Las Vegas area next weekend, excuse me, some of that bagel coming up, excuse me. Goodness. God, I should not eat before I do this. That's good. If you're going to be here, we have Friday night, 7 o'clock at Tommy Rocker's, and it's going to be Tommy Rocker himself. Great guy, great musician, a lot of fun. A wonderful local guy named Joey Vitale. He's going to be playing, and then I'm going to be playing as well. So it's a triple bill, lots of trop rock and classic rock and things like that. And I'm going to do a set, and then, other guys will do their sets, and we'll sit in with each other. So if you're in the Las Vegas area, come on down. And then I'm also playing a lot at Margaritaville these days. I'm going to be there, Margaritaville, Las Vegas. That's the one at the Flamingo. I play over there at the Volcano Bar every now and then. I was just there the other night, and I'll be there on the 9th and the 13th. So come on, avail yourself of that, guys. Come on by, because I'm leaving. I'm not going to be back for a little bit. So you want to see some Tiki Dave, come on and see us live here. All right, I saw a little bit of a request. I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to need the words here because I haven't done it in a while. I have to get them over here. I think I have it. Yeah. And I'm not going to do a track on this. We'll see what happens, because I just feel like doing whatever today. So some will be tracks, some will be not tracks. Anyway, so I haven't done this one for a while. So the words are over here. I'm going to cheat over a bit. So this is it's actually quite appropriate, this song. Jimmy wrote this having to do with, I believe it was Katrina. And it's very fitting. This is called Breathe In, Breathe Out, Move On. Bought a cheap watch from the crazy man floating down canal. It doesn't use numbers or moving hands. It always just says now. Now you may be thinking that I was had. This watch is never wrong. If I had trouble, the warranty said, breathe in, breathe out, move on. And it rained. It was nothing really new, and it blew. We've seen it all before, and it poured. And the earth began to strain onto a train, leaking through the door in the tides of war. If a hurricane doesn't leave you dead, it will make you strong. Don't try to explain it, just nod your head. Breathe in, breathe out, move on. And it rained. It was nothing really new, and it blew. And we've seen it all before, and it poured. The earth began to strain, punch a train, buried the ninth ward to the second floor. According to my watch, the time is now. The past is dead and gone. Don't try to shake it, just nod your head. Breathe in, breathe out, move on. Don't try to shake it, just nod your head. Breathe in, breathe out, move on. Good advice from Jimmy. Breathe in, breathe out, move on, keep moving, keep moving. Hope you enjoyed that. That was by request right there. Let's go. Breathe in, breathe out, move on. How'd that go, everybody? It sound okay? Give me some thumbs up if you like it. I'll give you the big Shaka hand right here. Woo! Oh, let me get that in frame. You got to put that in frame. Can't get that out of frame. These are, I think we might take these with us for the season. These are things that there's another one in the corner, but it's green, so it disappeared with the screen. I can't remember where Layaloha was when she got these. I think she found them somewhere, and she bought something. They gave her one, or she was at a whatever it was, and there was only one. And so she said, "I have a husband who would love one of these. Can I have another?" And so we have two of these. And we've been thinking, like, maybe we try to find the people who make them, and I don't know, get a little Tiki Dave Shaka hands or something. So anytime you come and see me play, you bring them and kind of shock them up. I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. I have a few thoughts now and then. Oh man, Joe. You guys are in Naples, huh? I hope you guys are safe. Everybody down in Florida, man, I'll tell you what. As I said, I lived there. I lived in South Florida, and we got it a couple of times. And so I'm very sensitive to when storms come through because I remember all of that. And I just have never seen devastation like that. And even after Andrew, I came into Miami, I think about a month after Andrew to come and join my first ship. And it was bad. It was really bad. Those of you who live in South Florida remember that and know that. But this was just awful. Just, it's terrible, terrible, terrible. And I saw Sanibel Island, the bridge collapse, so people can't get back. It's just awful. Anywho, we send up our prayers and our thoughts to all the folks down there affected by that. And remember, please make some donations to them, help them rebuild. It's going to take a long time and a lot of money, but every little bit. So don't send it to me today. Send it to those folks. Anyway, so let's do something a little upbeat, a little fun. This is a song I started doing. I found this a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, and I've been working it into the live sets. I'm still kind of getting a feel for it. And I heard this on the radio, and some of you may know this song, and I think it was fairly popular. And I liked it because I thought it was just very clever. It was a very clever song, and it was by the guy from The Voice. What's his Blake Shelton. I did it last night too at Tommy's, and I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember his name there either. I'm getting terrible at that. But some reason I could remember his wife's name. Gwen Stefani with the big clunky shoes. Anyways, so pay attention to the words. I'm gonna do this one for you country music fans. I know there's a lot of you, and this is a nice way to be able to swear when you're singing, but not really. This is called Some Beach. Driving down the interstate, running 30 minutes late, singing Margarita, feeling mind of my own. Some foreign car driving dude with a road rage attitude pulled up beside me, talking on his cell phone. He started yelling at me like I did something wrong. He flipped me the bird, and then he was gone. Some beach somewhere. There's a big umbrella casting shade over an empty chair. Palm trees are growing, a warm breeze is blowing. I picture myself right there on some beach somewhere. See where we're going with this? I circled the parking lot, trying to find a spot just big enough I could park my old truck. A man with a big cigar was getting into his car. Stopped and waited for him to back up. From out of nowhere, a Mercedes-Benz came cruising in and whipped right in on some beach somewhere. There's nowhere to go and you got all day to get there. There's cold margaritas and hot senoritas smiling with long dark hair on some beach somewhere. Well, I sat in the waiting room, seemed like all afternoon. The nurse finally said the docs are ready for you. You're not gonna feel a thing, we'll give you some Novocaine. That tooth will be fine in a minute or two. Then she stuck that needle down deep in my gums, and he started drilling before I was numb. Some beach somewhere. There's a beautiful sunset burning up the atmosphere. There's music and dancing, and love is romancing in salty evening air on some beach somewhere. Some beach somewhere. Some beach, some beach somewhere. Did you like that one? That was pretty good. We like that. All right. Also, a shout out to my Sunday ukulele group. Before I was here, I was with all the good folks from the Sun City Ukulele Strummers. I don't know if we have an official name for that, do we? I don't know, but I love spending time with those guys. A lot of fun. Kevin leads the group, and we always have a good time. And I see them over at Tommy Rockers now and then, so yeah. Shout out to all those ukulele folks. Also, shout out to everybody over at the LA Ukulele Festival. I went to my very first ukulele festival last weekend. We have some very dear friends who live in Long Beach. And as a present, my friend Joe got his wife Jackie an ukulele, and she just started playing. She's doing really well. And there's the big ukulele festival. And they said, you guys want to go? And I said, yeah, I've never been to one, and it's interesting. And there's some great artists. So Leialoha and I got in the car. We did the drive. As a matter of fact, but it was my second drive across the desert and back in 2 weeks. The weekend before, I had driven over to Orange County, and a big shout out for the Orange County Parrot Head Club. I did a show for them. Had a great time. I'll be back, I think, next June. We're going to try to work something out with the band. And so I've done that drive twice. Anyways, the LA Ukulele Festival, lots of fun. And Mitch Chang, great job putting it together, buddy. And I really want to see about getting out there and maybe doing a little teaching and playing there next time. So you never know. I know, Ruth, sometimes that happens. You know, I don't know if it's just my computer. I don't know if it's, she says it's freezing. It does that sometimes. It does that. So my apologies. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Hope everything sounds good. I know that it may stutter a little bit, but I think the sound's doing pretty good. Got a lot of thumbs up for that. And Jill, that is a great song. I do like that. I enjoy that song. Let me try to catch up with the oh my goodness. I think I got a lot of comments. I forgot that I have to scroll over here on the side. While you're here, everybody, you know it's important to hit the share button. And not the CHER, if I could turn back time, half-breed kind of share, but SHARE. And hit that share button. Also, let your friends know what you're doing on the Sunday here, and that you're hanging out with Tiki Dave. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And we're trying to grow the movement slowly but surely, and it's working. It's working. Also, for those of you who are hardcore parrot heads, next June, I'm going to be I'm already booked in at Fins to the West, which is a big event here out in the West. So I've been slowly getting my my hooks in the scene, my tendrils, whatever you want to call them. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to do some things there. And I got some other things in the irons in the fire. I'm going to be over in San Diego in 2023, probably about March or so, with my friends from Ukulele Society of America. Going to lead a session for them and do a performance. Fingers crossed with the wonderful Jeff Linsky if he can make it, and just lots of things happen. And so going to the ships, coming back, doing some work, trying to stay busy, trying to stay out of trouble. Difficult for me to do. Difficult for me to do. Anyway, so let's pick it up a little bit. A little something from the Mavericks, one of my favorite groups. Courtesy CCR. Here we go. Early in the evening, just about supper time, over by the courthouse, they're starting to unwind. Four kids on the corner, trying to bring you up. Willie picks a tune out, blows it on his harp. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the Paw Boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Rooster hits the washboard, Beaver just gotta smile. Dumps the gut bass and his souls for a while. Poor boy twang the rhythm out, it's on his Kalamazoo. Willie goes into a dance and he doubles on kazoo. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the Paw Boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Here we go now. Willie and the Paw Boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. All right. You need a penny, just hang around. If you got a nickel, lay your money down. Over on the corner, there's a happy noise. People come from miles around just to hear the magic boy. Oh, down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the Paw Boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. And down on the corner, oh, out in the street, Willie and the Paw Boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Keep it up now. Down on the corner, oh, they're out in the street, Willie and the Paw Boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. And another one. Down on the corner, oh, they're out the streets. The Paw Boys are playing, they're bringing a nickel, tap your feet. Down on the corner, that's where we'll be. Nickel tap. Ooh, now I'm all tired. I don't do up-tempo songs a whole lot. I do, but not frequently. Not here, anyways. What was that? No, I thought I saw somebody mention the Torrance Festival. That's where it is, the L.A. Ukulele Festival. What is that now? Oh, Lynn. In the next year, September 22 and 24. Well, I'm not going to be on the ship, so I'm game. I've been in touch with Mitch, who organizes that. And I told him I'd really like to be a part of it all possible. I mean, they got some killer people. I attended a couple of classes with Abe Lagramus, who's incredible, Neil Chin, who is like my new favorite teacher, and Victoria Vox. Got to do a little bit of something with Victoria Vox, which was a lot of fun. And so I'm hoping next year I explained a little bit about what I do, and I wanted to bring Escape to Ukuleleville to them, and maybe lead a session, do some baritone. So it's all up in the air. All up in the air. Anywho, it's great to be with you guys. I know we haven't done this in a long time. I'm sure somebody out there could tell me when the last time we did one of these was, but it's been a while. And so I'm kind of fumbling around with the technology. It took me a little while to set it up this morning, especially after I had my gig last night. So I used a lot of the same equipment. So it took me a little bit, but we're getting through. We're getting through. I forgot like what I wear. I forgot to set up. It's terrible. So who's that who just came in? Dawn Fordall. I hope I'm saying that right, Dawn Fordall. Anyways, what's that now, Lynn? Mitch scared the heck out of you as a teacher. Oh, okay. Well, if you know Mitch personally, put in a good word for me. What do you say? I really want to see about getting Escape to Ukuleleville, the project that I'm working on with the small band format with the baritone and the tenor ukulele and the bass and the steel drums and all that. It's sort of an offshoot of Tiki Dave and the Wave, but with ukulele. So anybody who's got any pull with any of the ukulele festivals, anybody know anybody doing the organizing, I'm going to be free up next year, after the summer. So I'd love to do some of those. Coming to hang with you guys. Scared you as a teacher. I don't know. He did a little something. I took a little. He didn't scare me. He seemed like a nice guy. Oh, thanks, Maureen. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. Things just get crazy here sometimes, and I'm trying to make an impression around here, so I'm all over the place, and I've done a couple of video things. If you want to see Tiki Dave and the Wave, we've got 2 videos actually. It's a thing called Vegas Beyond the Strip. It's a website. You don't have to pay anything for it. It's free to sign up, and they've got a whole repository of great acts from Vegas. We go into a big studio and we perform. We do our shows. I've done 2. I've done a Jimmy Buffett tribute. We just finished the Endless Summer one, which was the beach music and surf and a little bit of yacht rock and things like that. So go and check it out, Vegas Beyond the Strip. I think they also stream on the CW or something, but I'm not 100% sure. But VegasBeyondTheStrip.com, go check it out, and you can see my band. Anyways, let's see what we got in here. One of my favorite songs to do. I try to do this one as often as possible because it mentions my hometown. It's called She's from Boston. Some Kenny Chesney. Keeping it trop rockin' country today. Yeah. She's from Boston, works in the jewelry store down at the harbor where the ferries come to shore. She never really knew how good it could feel to finally find herself in a place so warm and real. She wears a Red Sox cap to hide her baby dreads. The girl she was in New England is different now and then, and all the local bars she flirts with all the boys while they're talking. She's from Boston, just like me. She's from Boston, talks to her family now and then, through emails and postcards, tries to explain to them that education and occupation will have to wait for now. She loves the Rasta reggae rhythms and the dreams of them somehow. She wears a Red Sox cap to hide her baby dreads. Girl she was in New England is different now and then, and all the local bars she flirts with all the boys while they're talking. She's from Boston, her toes digging deep and deeper in the sand. She's seduced by the sunsets and her new life at hand. She's from Boston, She wears a Red Sox cap. She's from Boston. Here's that bagel again. She's from Boston. She's from Boston. Kenny Chesney. Great song, great song. Love doing that one. All right. Tell you what, because I'm in this kind of mood, we're just kind of freewheeling it today. I don't really have a set plan. Never do, really. I'm going to get over to a song that I haven't done in a long, long time. I'm trying to remember how it goes. Oh, thanks. Lots of hearts. Rosemary, there is no playlist for today, unfortunately. Today's just a music performance. Thursday is when we're doing our strum-along, our play-along thing. Chris, aloha from Waikiki. I know it's been a while. Getting back to my tiki heads. That's important to me, getting back. So nice to see you. Let's see. I'm going to switch to where's my softest pick. I don't know if you know this, but you change picks. If you ever want to change your tone of your instrument, a lot of the time you change your pick. That's a very thin pick. That's the sound you get from a very thin pick. And then when you get something a little thicker, it sounds like this. It's not a huge difference, but enough of a difference. Anyways. Got a little low end off that. All right, so I'm going to try to fumble my way through this. Forgive me if I mess up. No track on this one. I must say, I'm digging playing this baritone today. Please come to Boston for the springtime. I'm staying here with my friends, they got lots of room. You can sell your paintings on the sidewalk of a cafe where I plan to be working soon. Please come to Boston, she said no. You come home to me. And she said, hey, Ramblin' boy, why don't you settle down? Boston ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. I'm the number one fan of the man from Tennessee. And please come to Denver with the snowfall. We'll move up into the mountains so far we can't be found. And throw a love you that goes down the canyons. And then lie awake at night till they come back around. Please come to Denver, she said no. Oh, you come home to me. And she said, hey, Ramblin' boy, just settle down. Denver ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. I'm the number one fan of the man from Tennessee. Well, this drifted world goes round and round. I doubt that it's ever gonna stop. Of all the dreams I've loved and had, and all that I ain't got, I still need to lean to someone I can sing to. And please come to LA, live forever. California life alone's oh so hard to build. I live in a house that looks out over the ocean, and some stars fell from the sky living up in the hills. Please come to LA, she just said no. Dave, you come home to me. Then she said, hey, Rambling boy, why don't you settle down? LA ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold, there ain't nobody like me. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. I said, Rambo, why don't you settle down? Boston ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Dave Loggins, yeah. How good a song is that? Please come to Boston. I always dedicate that to Lay Aloha. She said that was one of the first songs that kind of made her fall in love with me. Oh, thank you, Pineapple. Oh, she's talking to somebody. I hear her mellifluous laughter in the background. Hey, honey, who you talking to? Hooey! Andy Salvador, how are you, buddy? It's just, it's funny, Andy, that you're tuning in. Mike Statina just put up the 1988 Garfield tour from Linda Hannum. Boy, that was some memories. Tell you what, I know you were 87, but man, I've never been that thin nor that good looking in my life. We all remember how that was. Andy, you still playing ukulele? I hope. Let's see. What can we do? Because we're kind of freewheeling here. I'm going to go into my I call it the Acoustimass section, stuff that I normally just do acoustically, no track or anything like that. So, because I'm kind of digging what's going on with the sound here with this ukulele. And I can't wait till the 8-string. For those of you just tuning in, this really wasn't meant, this particular... Oh, good to see you, Andy. Good to see you, man. Keep it up. Good musician you are. Phenomenal musician you are. I actually was looking for those of you who keep up with my Facebook page, by the way, if you haven't liked the Tiki Day Facebook page, what are you waiting for? I've sent out invites to everybody, and if I invited you, please make sure you give it a like, or at the very least a follow. We're trying to build the whole Tiki Dave movement in the next year. We've had a lot of progress this past year that I've been here in Las Vegas, and we're definitely trying to bring this nationwide. Anyways, what's that? Do I know House at Pooh Corner? I don't know. I might try that. Let me see if I have the words, I'll be okay. But anyway, so this is called a pono nui. Nui in Hawaiian means a lot or big. And as you can see, some people mistake this for a small guitar, and actually it kind of is. The size of the body is like a tenor guitar, which is smaller than a regular guitar, but it's almost like a little travel guitar. But it's tuned like a baritone, which most of you know is my preferred ukulele. I play all of them, but I prefer a baritone. And I'm in love with the 8-string baritone. I have one. I have another one coming from Indonesia, and I want this one. And they're coming. I'm going to get it. But then the guys over at the ukulele site, they said, we've got a 4 with a cedar top, which is what this is, and acacia sides. Let me see if I can... Oh, no, that's plugged in. I can't do that. Hold on. Oh, I can. Hold on a second. Show you the back of that. Look at the back of that. How beautiful is that? It's almost like book matched, we call it, in guitars. But that's beautiful in the back there. Anyways, so I'm just loving the sound of that. I'm in love with it. And easy on my hands. I got these old hands now. So, all right, let's see if I forgot the words. If I got the words, I'll stumble through it. So, since I haven't done this in a while, I'm trying to make everybody happy. So, let's see how we can do here. Okay, let's see. Okay. How's the 8-string tuned? The 8-string baritone is tuned. It's a good question. This is tuned like a baritone is normally tuned like the top 4 strings of a guitar. So you've got D, G, B, and E. So what you do is when you have an 8-string, this D right here, that'll have an octave string with it, a pair. It'll be an octave higher than this. I think this is D3. I think D4 on a keyboard. Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, please. The next one, the G, also has an octave string attached to it. G, I think it's, again, G3, G4. And then the B and the E are unison strings. So it's like a really nice full sound. And I can't wait to get my hands on it with the big body. It's going to be just like a big guitar. Oh, it says somebody's asking about the long-awaited uke. Hold on a second. Did you send a forwarding address for the long-awaited uke? The long-awaited uke, yes, some of you remember. Well, it actually got finished and it was in the mail. For those of you who do not know, I was having a custom 8-string baritone made for me in Indonesia. It's a beautiful instrument. Some of you have seen the video or the pictures. And it actually got put in the post, but for some reason it says it's stuck in Jakarta, and it's been stuck in Jakarta for the last month. So we don't know what's happening with it, if I'm being entirely honest. So again, for this, I'm going to try to... Okay, so it's not going to be fancy. It's not going to be like the fancy finger picking. I don't really do that. What does your baritone look like, Richard? You know what? It's I can't get up and grab it, but if you look up OU55, I believe it's CE, Oscar Schmidt, you'll see. And you can actually go back on some of my old videos. I play it a lot in my old Shaka Shack videos. Anyway, so let's do some music, and I'll try to do this unplugged. Athena, Aloha Athena Tang. I see names popping up periodically. Hey, Peggy, Nolan's in the house. And again, I'm going to be reading this since I haven't done it so long. So avert your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Totally not professional. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to Alan Dior as the days disappeared all too soon. But I wandered much further today than I should. I can't seem to find my way back to the woods. Help me if you can. I got to get back to the house at Pucona by 1. You'd be surprised there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky. Back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do, got a honey jar stuck on his nose. So he came to me asking help and advice. From here no one knows where he goes. So I sent him to ask of the owl if he's there. I loosened the jar from the nose of a bear. So help me if you can, I've got to get back to the house at Pucona by 1. You'd be surprised there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky. Back to the days of Christopher Robin. Back to the ways of Christopher Robin. Back to the days of Pooh. Wasn't too bad for pulling it out of you-know-where. That wasn't too shabby. How was that, by request? Let's see what else we got in here. If I can find it, we'll give you the double, yeah. People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one. Life had just begun. think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. Sun is gonna shine above. Even though he ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of love. In the morning when I rise, yeah, bring a tear and joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Seems a month ago I was beta kind. I never got high. Man, I was a sorry guy. Now I smile on the face of a girl that shares my name. I'm through with the game. Boy, we'll never be the same. Sing along. Even though he ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of love, la, 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 la. In the morning when I rise, bring a cheer and joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright, yeah. Pisces, Virgo rising is a very good sign, and strong kind, and the little boy is mine. Now I see family there where once was none. Now we're just begun. Yeah, we're gonna fly to the sun, everybody. Even though he ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of la 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 la. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear and joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Love the girl who holds the world in a paper cup. You're gonna drink it up. Love her and she'll bring you luck. And if you find she helps your mind, better take her home. Don't you live alone. Try to learn what love is on. Last time, even though he ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything bring a chain of la 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 la. In the morning when I rise, bring a cheer and joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright, yeah. All right, little double shot right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see some thumbs up. I see thumbs up. I see hearts. I see 53 people out there. Fantastic. Fantastic. Take a little sippy of something here. Hooey! Who was you talking to? Ah. No, I'm still on. She's what to shreds? She's what? Oh, she's got sensory overload, huh? Yeah. We have two of our not new friends. I mean, we've known them a little bit. We just met these two wonderful people, the Lowrys, Keith and Nani. Some of you may know them actually. They're very prominent in the ukulele community, and they moved to Las Vegas from Gaithersburg, Maryland. And we become friendly with them, and they're in some of the groups that we hang around with. And they just started their very first cruise ship contract as musicians, just doing a quick little 1 week from San Diego to Honolulu. And they're kind of, they've never been on a ship before. So they have sensory overload. So good for them. All right, let's see. Let's do a couple more, everybody. As I said, it's going to be a little shorter today because I had a couple of gigs this weekend already, and then I kind of blew it out last night, having a little fun, and a couple of a couple of drinks. So yeah, let's do a little request. We got Dock of the Bay, and we got Let's Talk Dirty in Hawaiian. All right, that I'll take the track for. I'm going to use the track on that one just because kind of supports it. Then we'll see what happens with Dock of the Bay. All right, let's do it by request. Packed my bags and bought myself a ticket for the land of the tall palm tree. Aloha, old Milwaukee. Hello, Waikiki. I just stepped down from the airplane. Thought I heard her say, Waka waka nuka nuka, waka waka nuka nuka, would you like a lay? Hey, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Whisper in my ear, kikapuka maka mavahine. All the words I long to hear. Lay a coconut on my tiki. What the heck, mooga mooga dear? Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, say the words I long to hear. It's an ukulele Honolulu sunset. Listen to the grass skirts sway. Drinking rum from the pineapple down on Honolulu Bay. Steel guitars are playing while she's talking with her hands. Gimme, gimme, okadoka, make a wish, I wanna polka, words I understand. Hey, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Whisper in my ear, kikapuka maka mavahine. All the words I long to hear. Lay a coconut on my tiki. What the heck, a mooga mooga dee? Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, say the words I long to hear. Bottle out of junk with my moolah, sent to my folks back home. I never had the chance to learn a hula. I guess I should have known. When you start talking to the sweet wahine, walking in the pale moonlight. Okadoka, what I said, a nakaraka, sis mumba. I hope I said it right. Right, and let's talk dirty in Hawaiian. Whisper in my ear, kikapuka maka mavahine. All the words I long to hear. Lay a coconut on my tiki. What the heck, a mooga mooga dee? Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, say the words I long to hear. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, say the words I long to hear. All right, by request, let's talk dirty a little bit in Hawaiian. Yeah, let's set some thumbs and hearts, everybody. Yeah, I'll even get the big shaka hand out for that. Yeah. Woo. I don't know why this makes me so happy. I don't know why. I just love this. Whee! This is coming with us this season, no doubt. Anywho, yeah, speaking of which, getting back on the ship in a couple of weeks. Going to be on the Crown. We're doing from Vancouver. Then coming back, then I'll see some of you at T-Bug. I know some of you are going to be at T-Bug, so I'll see some of you there. Got a couple of nice workshops for you and do some performances. I'm a little seeing what I'm going to bring to T-Bug. I'd love to bring this with me, but I'm limited on carry-ons and all that good stuff. So we'll have to see what happens. Anyways, so then we get back on the Crown, and then we have a big 28-day, lots of hula and ukulele and things like that going on, and then the regular season and lots of stuff to do. Nice to be back working, or will be. We're not back to work yet. Just a quick reminder, everybody, as much as I always appreciate you being so generous with me, and you always are with the virtual tip jar and all that good stuff, This week, a little different. What I would like you to do is anything that you were going to send to me, please just make a donation to a charity that's going to help out, whether it's Red Cross, whether it's the Lone Palm Foundation, those are for parrot heads. People who are going to be helped out by these folks for the damage caused by Hurricane Ian. There we go, Hurricane Ian. So please make a donation or something and help them out, please. That being said, will there be an end of the cruise show? Tammy, that's a good question. I think there is. I'm pretty sure because they're just relaxing. You know, a lot of the protocols have been relaxed. I know that, for instance, Canada, we're supposed to, we don't have to take tests anymore. You do have to be vaccinated, and you don't have to take a test. But if you are not vaccinated, you have to take a test before you get on. I believe that's how it's working. So I believe they're going to be okay with us being on stage. Details to be worked out, but I believe there is an end of the cruise show that will be happening. Yay! Missed doing that in January when we were back. We just did the 2 cruises in January. It's been, gosh, except for those 2, by the time we get there, it's going to be almost, 2 3/4 years, something like that, 2.5 years since we were last on the ships full time. So definitely looking forward to it. All right, going to do this one and one more and then call it a day, everybody. Just a short little one for this. Oh, well, it's almost going to be an hour and a half like I normally do anyways. And we'll see. I'm going to see about maybe doing another one of these before we go back to work. I forgot how much I enjoy doing these. So I think maybe what I'll do is the next one. I think we'll just do an unplugged. I think we'll leave the tracks at home in the next one. And I'm so in love with this thing. If it's okay with you guys, the next time I do this, I just may work it out where I'm just going to just do it on baritone ukulele. Tell me if that's going to be okay for you guys. I'm just so in love with the sound of this thing. And I think it fills up nicely, and I don't miss anything really from like playing guitar or anything. I got the guitar over here. I got Compass Rose ready to go just in case, but I just don't want to put this thing down. All right, so here's another one we haven't done in a while, by request. I think it's in G. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I'll watch them roll away again. I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, baby, watch the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time, baby, my time. I left my home in Georgia and I headed down to Frisco Bay. Nothing to live or die for, and there ain't nothing gonna come my way. I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, baby, watch the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of a bay, I'm wasting time, oh baby, my time. Look like nothing's gonna change, baby, everything remains the same, yeah. And I can't do it, yeah, people tell me to, yeah. Guess I remain the same. Rest of my bones, the loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home. Go sitting on the dock of the bay, baby, watch the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, just wasting my time, baby, my time. and hear the ocean coming on in. All right, via request, bye-bye request. All right, so it's time to do one more, everybody. Gosh, I can't thank you enough for coming. I mean, this is, for a Sunday, this is really great. I know people got football and church and all that good stuff and all that, so I thank you so much. And like I said, I'm gonna try to do one more. I'm not gonna do so much as promise you, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna do one more. This Thursday, we've got our last play along before we go back to the ship. Pardon me. I scheduled one more on purpose, one more. Make sure you go to the Tiki Dave Facebook page and the events listed. You find the play along for this Thursday, the link to all the music and all that stuff. That'll be this Thursday. And then we'll do an unplugged baritone special Shaka Shack, because I'm just absolutely in love with this thing. I know you're going to get tired of me talking about it, but I can't wait till I get the 8-string, man. And by the way, I'm going to change the picture for a second to what I call the pre-stream, and I want you to notice something. I don't know if you guys noticed it before, but I've got these new what we call slides or cards for the play-alongs and things like that, made for me by a guy named Doug Leferovich, who's a wonderful magician who lives out here, and he does some graphic work. So I'm just going to switch this real quickly, and this is the card for the Shaka Shack. Let me get rid of the QR code. Hold on a second. That gets in the way. How about that? I love this little thing that he did, with the bamboo, like almost chalkboard thing, and the Shaka Shack right there on the water. So I love that. So that's kind of my new thing. And so it's big up for Doug. I don't know if he's here, but let me know if you like that. That's pretty good looking. I like that. And when we're done, we'll put that up. Anyways, so I'm not really sure what we're going to finish with here. I had something in mind. Yes, I know exactly what we had in mind. So let me get to it. And it's going to be one more little reggae kind of thing. And I will see you another time very soon. Hold on a second. That's an acoustic. That's not where we want to be. Hold on a second. It's in here somewhere. Somewhere. Yes. No. I changed my mind. Because I know that I think Maureen is still here, and I know Maureen loves this one. So I'm going to get to the ends. I'm going to do some Bob Marley to finish off. I thank you so much, guys. First one back in a long time. I'm sure somebody there could tell me exactly how long it's been, and some wiseacre is going to put too long, but I would agree with that as well. And it's been great to be back. I forgot exactly how much I love doing these things. And, I love playing live, and it's great, and things are really working well here in Las Vegas. But I love doing these as well, because these were the things that got us through pandemic in the last couple of years. So it's good to be back. The next one we're going to do is an unplugged one. I'll get a nice song list, a nice variety of stuff. And please remember, everybody, make a donation to the charity of your choice to help out with rebuilding down in South Florida, and anybody needs it. So I mentioned the only two that I've really come to mind, Red Cross. I know one of my dear old friends, Sammy Baker, some of you may remember her. She's a cruise director for Princess for many years. She works for Red Cross doing volunteer work. And for those of you who are parrot heads, a wonderful thing called the Lone Palm Foundation, and that's specifically set up for parrot heads. And that's for parrot heads who may be in need. So if you go online, you can please make a donation to Blue Cross, Red Cross, Blue Cross. It's my health insurance, or was. Red Cross. God. Red Cross or Lone Palm, or anybody who's going to help out the folks who need it down in South Florida. So it was wonderful seeing you all. A lot of familiar names. Hey, Lisa. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Lisa Keith is she's one of our Finn City folks. Just saw her the other night at Margaritaville. And again, if you're in the area, next Friday night, starting at 7, be myself, Tommy Rocker, and Joey Vital. We are going to be performing, and it's going to be what they call super flocking. Jimmy's not coming to Vegas, but we're still going to have a great time. So if anybody's in the Las Vegas area, come on by. Tommy Rocker is always a great place to be. And also for the 9th and the 13th this month, I'll be at Margaritaville, play from 8 to 11. That's in a place called the Volcano Bar, which is a little upstairs. And great place as always. So, gosh, guys, please take care of each other. We're going to do one more. And then, as always, I'm going to say a proper goodbye, so don't go anywhere. By standing request. Everything's going to be all right. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Trenchtown. Above us, the hypocrites, as they mingle with the people we meet. Good friend we've had, or good friends we've lost along the way. Yeah. In this great future, you can't forget your past. Dry those tears, I say. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Hey, my little sister, don't you shed your tears. No woman, no cry. I remember when we used to sit in the government yard back in Trenchtown, yeah. And then George would make the firelights as it was love would open and through the night. Then we'd cook cornmeal porridge, which I will share with you, with you, with you, with you. My fear, it is my only courage. I got to push out, push through. But while I'm gone, everything is gonna be alright. 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 Everything, everything. No woman, no cry. No, no woman, no woman, no cry. Hey, my little sister, don't you shed your tears. No woman, no cry. Miss Maureen there for all of you. From me, everything's going to be all right. Yes, it is. Everything's going to be all right. All right, let me take this off here for a second, everybody, and just say a proper goodbye to everybody as we marvel one more time at the beautiful grain on the back of that thing. Look at that. Can't get enough of that. Well, it's been wonderful, everybody. As I said, it's I forgot exactly how much I enjoyed doing this, so I will be back for at least one more before we head to the ships in the next few weeks. And I'll let you know. We'll do an unplugged one, a little baritone unplugged. Some of my favorite songs to do. Always a lot of Jimmy Buffett, of course. And I thank you so much. Please remember, and I say it a lot, but it's important, and I won't say it the next time we're together, but please, no tips or anything to me today. Send them all to the folks down in South Florida, whether it's the Red Cross, Lone Pond Foundation, any charity you can find that's going to take care of them. Please help them out because they really need it down there. The devastation is awesome, and awesome not in a great way. It's just awe-inspiring, the amount of destruction. So please help those folks out. They're going to need it. Have yourselves a great week. I will see many of you Thursday, which is when we're doing our strum along, our play along, Ukuleleville play along party. Peace, love, and uke. We're going to do a lot of songs from the 60s, flower power and all that good stuff. And just have yourself a great week. And hopefully I'll see some of you, if you're in the area, Friday night over at Tommy Ronkers. So please take care of each other, everybody. We're going to have a little dinner here at the Casa de Elua. We haven't really christened our home yet. We haven't given it a name like we used to call Hale'o'elua back in Hilo, so we don't really have a name, but we're going to have some lovely dinner, and tomorrow I go bowling, one of my bowling days. We'll talk about that another time. And I'm going to leave this live for a little bit, put on some music, so you guys can chat a little bit, say goodbye. It's your old buddy Tiki Dave. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, be good, and I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.
While Auntie May was saying grace, Papa T would sneak a taste. Catch a funny look from my cousin Mabel. Then Daddy'd beat the drum. The old folks start to hum. Sing the only song that we all knew. Ambiance so fine, dancing, drinking wine. Sing about the lifestyle on the bayou. Criolla, in my solar. Love what they were saying, love what they were playing. Criolla, Criolla, on my Victrola. Makes me feel like dancing, fall in love, romancing the melody. Criolla, Criolla, Criolla for me. It's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud. It's a spicy kind of life. Criolla. It's in the mood, it's in the blood, it's in the food, it's in the mud. Criolla, Criolla, Criolla.